He is more than just a Hollywood star. He is a symbol of persistence, talent, and vision. His story stretches from the streets of Los Angeles to the grand stage of the Academy Awards and far beyond to the very future of our planet. This is the journey of Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio was born on November 11, 1974, in Los Angeles, California. His parents, George DiCaprio and Ermeline Indenbergen, met in New York City in the countercultural wave of the late 1960s. His father was an underground comic artist and distributor, known for introducing avant-garde art and literature. His mother, born in Germany, was a secretary who worked tirelessly to support her son. When Leonardo was just a year old, his parents separated. He remained close to both, but it was his mother who raised him, often struggling financially. They lived in neighborhoods far from the glamour of Hollywood, in areas surrounded by crime, drugs, and poverty. Leonardo has often said that seeing such hardship at a young age gave him empathy, a sense of reality, and a hunger for something greater. Even his name carried a story. His mother decided to name him Leonardo while standing in front of a Leonardo da Vinci painting at a museum in Italy, feeling him kick for the first time. That name would one day echo around the world. From a young age, Leonardo showed a natural charisma. His mother encouraged his creativity, sending him to auditions for commercials. He landed early work in toy and fast food ads, but Hollywood casting agents weren't convinced. Some even suggested he should change his name to something more American sounding, but his parents refused. In the late 1980s, Leonardo began appearing in television. He took guest roles in shows like The New Lassie, Santa Barbara, and eventually Growing Pains. His boyish charm and ability to stand out made producers notice. But Leonardo wanted more than TV. He wanted cinema. In 1993, Leonardo's big chance came with this boy's life, acting opposite Robert De Niro. Playing the troubled stepson of a violent father figure, Leonardo delivered a performance filled with authenticity. De Niro himself handpicked DiCaprio after seeing hundreds of auditions, impressed by his raw intensity. Critics praised him. Audiences were moved. Hollywood had found a new star. That same year, Leonardo starred in What's Eating Gilbert Grape with Johnny Depp as Arnie Grape, a young man with developmental disabilities. Leonardo stunned the world. He completely disappeared into the role, earning his first Academy Award nomination at just 19. Roger Ebert described the performance as so instinctively right that it could not have been acted by someone who didn't deeply understand the character. Overnight, DiCaprio was no longer just a promising actor. He was an artist. In 1996, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet gave Shakespeare a modern, rebellious energy. DiCaprio's Romeo, paired with Claire Danes, became a romantic icon for a new generation. The film was a commercial success, and DiCaprio's face was suddenly everywhere. But nothing could prepare him for Titanic in 1997. James Cameron's epic romance disaster film was a phenomenon. As Jack Dawson, DiCaprio embodied freedom, passion, and youthful charm. The film grossed over $2 billion, becoming the highest-grossing movie of its time. Leonardo became a global superstar. Fans screamed his name wherever he went. Teen magazines plastered his face on every cover. Yet, instead of enjoying the fame, DiCaprio began to retreat. He feared being typecast as a heartthrob. After Titanic, DiCaprio deliberately chose riskier projects. He turned down easy blockbusters, instead collaborating with Martin Scorsese, a director who would become his greatest mentor. Their partnership began with Gangs of New York in 2002, where Leonardo starred alongside Daniel Day-Lewis. The film was gritty, violent, and ambitious. In The Aviator, 2004, DiCaprio portrayed the eccentric billionaire Howard Hughes, obsessively capturing the man's brilliance and paranoia. His performance earned him a Golden Globe win and another Oscar nomination. Then came The Departed, 2006, a crime thriller that won Best Picture. In Shutter Island, 2010, Leonardo delved into psychological torment. With each role, he was proving himself as one of the greatest actors of his time. Despite countless nominations, the Academy seemed reluctant to reward him. For years, DiCaprio became the symbol of always nominated, never winning. Internet memes poked fun at his missing Oscar, but Leonardo pressed on. In 2010, Christopher Nolan's Inception showcased his ability to anchor complex, blockbuster storytelling. In 2013, The Wolf of Wall Street revealed his manic comedic energy as Jordan Belfort, a performance that critics called electrifying. Finally, in 2016, the wait ended. For his role as Hugh Gloss in The Revenant, DiCaprio won the Academy Award for Best Actor. Battling freezing conditions, enduring brutal physical challenges, and almost wordlessly carrying the film, it was a triumph of dedication. On stage, Leonardo used his acceptance speech not to bask in personal glory, but to warn about climate change. The moment marked not only an artistic victory, but a moral one. Leonardo's passion for the environment began long before his Oscar win. In 1998, he founded the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation, funding projects across the globe. He produced documentaries such as The 11th Hour, 2007, Before the Flood, 2016, and Ice on Fire, 2019, bringing climate change to mainstream audiences. He traveled the world from the Arctic to the Amazon to witness the damage firsthand. In 2014, he stood before the United Nations as a messenger of peace, declaring, "You can make history, or you will be vilified by it." For millions, Leonardo DiCaprio became more than an actor. He became a voice for the earth. Away from the screen, Leonardo's personal life fascinated the press. His friendships with Tobey Maguire and others earned them the nickname the Pussy Posse in the 1990s. He was linked to supermodels, chased by paparazzi, yet rarely spoke about his private life. Despite fame, Leonardo avoided the typical Hollywood meltdown. He valued privacy, surrounded himself with loyal friends, and invested in art, real estate, and philanthropy. In 2019, Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood brought him another Oscar nomination. As Rick Dalton, DiCaprio balanced comedy, tragedy, and nostalgia in a way only he could. Today, DiCaprio continues to act selectively while dedicating himself to activism. He invests in renewable energy, supports indigenous communities, and uses his global fame to push for environmental change. Leonardo DiCaprio's story is not just about fame. It is about perseverance, about fighting for roles that matter, about refusing to be defined by others, and about using his platform to fight for the planet itself. From a struggling boy in Los Angeles, to the king of the world in Titanic, to a man who stood at the United Nations calling for change, Leonardo DiCaprio is not only a Hollywood legend, he is a visionary, an activist, and a symbol of what happens when talent meets purpose.